none other than MMA as the blue term player. His opponent's point all the way at the bottom. The Tyrant himself, losing the first series, looking to even it up now and get into the next round. It is, of course, going to be Jaedong as the red Zerg player playing for EG.
Jaedong doesn't play tournaments to lose in group stages, man.
No, man.
He plays them to lose in finals.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Which sounds so mean like this, but this is a joke that everybody will understand, of course.
Yeah. Poor guy. People in the chat are like, is this guy Scottish? No, guys, I'm Welsh, sadly. Someone has to be from Wales. Well, different countries to begin with.
Okay.
Like, well, Scotland's north of the UK, and I'm just to the left. But, Jaedong's been very adequate with his scouting of this with this drone, just to make sure there are no proxies. And I like that, just to make sure that he's not taking any risks.
How different is the accent between Scottish and Welsh people?
Oh, they mumble more and they're more drunk.
That's not an accent, it's an habit.
It is if you go to Scotland, it is.
Alright.
I'm sure I'm just going to get a lot of stick now for all the Scots, but it's okay, I'm Welsh. They can easily make fun of me.
The drone doing a little bit of harass here, as we talked about it. We talked about this earlier. Have to be careful. Oh, actually, he's going to stay until the end, and the SCVs of MMA will kill the drone of Jaedong. First blood has been drawn in this game.
And that's the drone as well. That's something that should never really happen. So big mistake there for Jaedong to lose that. And it looks pretty standard now. MMA played Hyun, and I can't exactly... Oh, he went for a lot of... no, that was Daishi, wasn't it, who went for a lot of Banshees. MMA just kind of mixed it up a little bit, really, didn't he?
Yeah, he used different builds. He tried to go for some Hellions, and I was a little bit surprised because MMA really strikes me as the kind of guy who, just like Daishi, likes to go for the third base, for the double engineering bay, play very bio heavy, and he's one of the best players out there with medivac drops. He's always been. He's super solid with them. He manages them very well, but they've been figured out a lot more. It's much harder for him to do damage now because everybody has got a lot of practice against it. He used to be the pioneer of it.
Oh god, yeah, we all remember Alicia v him at MLG finals. That's so sick.
Yeah.
And that was like a year and a half, quite a while ago. Which it's mad how much history this scene has. But we do have a factory, and we should have the reactor when he hits 50 gas. And of course, it's gonna double produce those Hellions. Ooh, not gonna get a drone there. But forces the gas, guys. It was just, a nice little win.
Oh, Jaedong almost getting the surround on that Reaper. That was so close.
Yeah, and you shouldn't be losing the first Reaper, so if he did lose that, that's a huge deal. The second Reaper is coming to join his friend, but actually, no, it looks like he wants to turn around just to make sure no Zerglings run around the right-hand side to maybe force a cancel or get that SCV that's built in the command center.
And Overlord is going to fly in there and most likely spot that one command center of MMA. And... well, I guess he had some lag at the time this was played. And, well, should be okay. MMA, I'm curious to see if he goes for the double engineering bay or not. We'll find out in a second. Personally, if I was there, and I think I will use that build as much as possible, because I've seen so many of them be so successful with it. Whereas Daishi, for example, the game earlier where he went for the late double engineering bay, he lost. Simple as that.
Well, I was watching you and QXC cast that game, and at one point he was talking about the upgrades and how if you have 1-1v pretty much 2-2, you're backed into a corner. You don't really have that map awareness to try and fight your way back into the game. So you're pushed into a corner and then you're just kind of squashed into it. Reapers run around making sure that there is no third base, and we'll get actually the drone. Oh no, actually force a geyser. And Zerglin speed has finished up, so he has to be careful. The Reaper could get picked off, and actually might.
Oh, nice surrounds! As much as he missed the last one.
Oh,
this one is 6. Was a 6-6 round.
Yeah,
I would expect Warcraft players to be able to pull this off, but not a Brood War player. Then again, it's the Dong we're talking about. If there is a man who can do anything, that's him.
The Tyrant himself. But now we do have a couple of Hellions, 4 in total, 2 more in production, so he is going up to that 6. And we do have the Stim in production. The second, guys, it does get added on, so the 2E base shouldn't be too far away.
He starts double racks before.
Yeah, you need that production first, and then you go for that to, of course, you make sure you have the units that are worth upgrading.
Maybe that last game of MMA versus Hyun also on his mind, where he got busted.
Yeah, that's very true as well, actually. And Hyun did beat MMA with 2 busts, Baneland's Roach busts, which have done a lot of damage, and one of them he eventually won the game. The first one he won it straight out. But the double Evo is out. There's the 1-1, including the melee upgrade. So once again, we've only seen Mutalin Blin against Terrans thus far tonight, so I'm guessing we're going to see that again. And so yeah, like we got a lot of production. The reactor onto one of the barracks, so his production is going to be really good, and we should see a starport added on very soon. And yeah, like he's going to power pretty hard, like we saw against what was it, MMA v Hyun in the first game. Like he powered really hard.
Yeah. If you give any opportunity like this to a Zerg of the caliber of Jaedong or Hyun, they will almost always do that.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Jaedong, it feels like Jaedong likes to play with more drones and more late game than Hyun would, for example. Oh my god, great surround on these aliens.
Oh,
man, Jaedong,
wow.
he always makes this happen. He makes this kind of move is in so many games that when you watch it, you might think, this is the standard ZvT, this is supposed to happen in the mid game, but no, it's not. Through great mind games, through great scouting and anticipation, he's able to pull this off time after time. This impresses me so much.
Yeah, and he's splitting the Zerglings around everywhere just to make sure no hidden bases or sneaky shenanigans are coming out of the Terran player. The Medivacs will be out in the on the field very soon, as they are in production right now, and the eBays